David Ackett's Target Individual back with another video. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about silent purpose and action and how they create confusion from behind the scenes to confuse TIs, keep us off track, and keep us divided. Okay, but first I'm going to start with a Bible verse, Romans 12:9. Love must be sincere, hate what is evil, cling to what is good, be devoted to one another, honor one another above yourselves, never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Okay, here we go. Victims of cybernetic and psychological operations program, human experimentation programs, and various types of military intelligence programs are subjected to tests that leave them in conditions that could be considered chronic torture. The key to getting away with these crimes lies in overwhelming confusion and chaos. The main observation I've noticed within the target individual community is that almost every person has a different idea about what's really going on. This causes mass confusion, disagreements, disruption, and dysfunction within the community of neurological weapon victims. The only truth is that the only group capable of conducting such maniacal, highly complex, advanced crimes on so many people would be a powerful military intelligence force with vast resources. This leaves us with the United States and its Western allies. One of the best clues that involves the United States military intelligence and Western allies is the fact that they all remain silent. There's not been a single meaningful and effective disclosure. The silence is deafening. To prevent the public from finding out their own intelligence and all government have committed fraud against all laws, they must implement a massive concoction of misinformation for each individual targeted by these brain control programs. They need to conceal their identity. Within each target individual's mind, there's a carefully crafted narrative. Each individual experiences a unique set of circumstances leading to their targeting. The program makes them believe that human beings are cybernetically attacking them with voice-to-skull technology. What targets don't generally understand early on is there's a massive distraction in the use of voice-to-skull technology. The external voices may seem like a threat, but the real aim is to inject chaos and turmoil into the target's brain, generating long-term disruption and torture. Through the process, the AI mind control system replaces the inner voice of the human test subject with an artificial mental chatter that mimics the target's mind, making them believe they're the ones thinking. The continuous chaos and trauma provide an opportunity for AI mind control system to implant its own voice, sounding like the victim's voice. The mental voice inside their head can be replaced in this complex and chaotic process. This is essentially what mind control is, making it dirty and sadistic. To achieve behavioral control over a human being's will, intellect, and emotions, it must be done through long-term psychological terrorism. To hide their identity, they create separated narratives for each target's mind. While experts may detect commonalities in experiences when targets speak out, the general public often dismisses the claims as mere mental illness. Most outsiders are suspicious because they don't believe government would do such thing to its citizens, and they question why victims are targeted, assuming they are not special or important. However, what outsiders fail to understand is that a quest for global domination over the human brain and humanity as a whole. Countries that do not perfect Countries that do not perfect and erect their own cybernetic human control system will eventually be absorbed into adversaries' clutches and control. Without proper future preparedness, an adversary could take control of minds of all key individuals in their opposing nation and begin to pull strings in their favor. It's possible that this is already happening in a variety of ways, but proving it can be difficult and complex. These programs are part of national security and continuity of the country, and they conduct highly illegal human experimentation. Similar programs are likely being carried out by our adversaries like Russia and China. I'm going to stop there for a minute. I mean, the human brain's now become hackable, and there is a whole conference on it, and I cannot figure out how to upload videos like that I've seen and just put them on my computer and upload them. So I got to figure out, I may just, one day just play it for you. That way you can hear what they're saying about the human brain at this conference, how it's now hackable and how there is no firewall. As we enter 2023, with artificial intelligence and quantum computing becoming commonplace topics, these programs will attempt to generate new levels of chaos and misinformation for the targets. They might claim an uncontrollable outcome with AI, pretend aliens are involved, or other fabricated narratives, even going so far as to blame adversaries like Russia and China to divert attention and create further confusion. Everything within these programs is highly calculated to avoid detection, and the truth is The United States military intelligence has effectively abandoned the Constitution, racing to perfect remote, direct behavioral control over the human population. It's an autocracy. And the realization of this will come to light once major efforts are made to stop these programs, revealing the extent to which the military intelligence community has become compromised over the past few decades. Additionally, it's very likely intelligence agents came forward at some point in the past few decades to disclose the information surrounding mind control technology to panelists, groups, or councils. Most likely, they did this in a way that left the door open. Hold on. Left the door up for multiple outcomes. My theory is that when disclosing this technology to people of interest, intelligence agents were gauging the extent to which they could be held accountable. What likely happened is when they approached the people of interest and addressed this technology, there was a strong degree of disbelief. Through this process, it became evident that the idea of invisible weapons and mind control as a whole is far too unbelievable and fantastical for the vast majority of people to grasp and understand. Even some of the most conspiracy-minded individuals on Earth have a difficult time simply imagining what this technology is really capable of, or that it's even possible. The human mind has never been naked and exposed to the outside world throughout all of time and evolution. The concept that one's soul can be touched is very foreign and evident in people's resistance to accept such notions. I don't think it's difficult for these programs to avoid detection. In fact, it's almost self-fulfilling prophecy of sorts. Yes, there was, of course, lots of propaganda intentionally injected into the minds of the public, with phrases like tinfoil hat used to alienate anyone who spoke about this subject, contributing to a self-fulfilling discrediting process. The general idea I'm trying to convey is that the human mind is inherently programmed to reject the idea that their mind can be controlled from the outside. For someone to believe it, they must see it, but they cannot see these weapons because they are invincible. Signal intelligence, electromagnetics, telecommunication systems, and frequency bands in the atmosphere are the tools used for these operations. The only thing left for people to do is imagine, and for most, it's unimaginable that their government or military would engage in such actions or that it's even possible to hack a mind from the outside. Thank y'all. And we need a solution fast, that's for sure. And I thank y'all for watching, but we're in trouble. And every TI, oh no, it's this, no, it's this, no, it's this, because that's how they do. They'll create experiences. You know what I'm saying? Different people will have different experiences. I might not get hit with the same thing you get hit with. I might not hear the same thing you hear. I might have the same gang stalking stuff, organized stalking stuff. Everything's different, and they spread us out like that. That way we argue. Oh, well, I don't have that. Oh, man, you're lying. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? It's all mass confusion and chaos. And they want to keep us divided in arguments and keep us going down the rabbit holes of the wrong information. You know what I'm saying? People every time, I've been down a bunch of rabbit holes of information since this program started, thinking this is happening, then finding out no, it's way more advanced, and then still was off, and then more advanced. You know what I'm saying? So this is this goes deep, and So anyway, God bless y'all. I took a couple days off because the weapon just drained me, and sometimes I don't even feel like doing anything. So, but God bless y'all. Y'all have a good day, and I hope y'all have a good week ahead. I will be back either tomorrow or Tuesday.